In this video, I'm going to show you the basic drawing techniques and process using graphite pencil and charcoal pencil. Before we start this lesson, please give it a like, share with your friends, subscribe, and turn on notification so you won't miss any future lessons like this. How to control the texture and the dark and light colors when you're drawing with graphite. How to make it smoother. You're first going to draw in one direction. My pencil is a B, so it's not really soft, and also it's not super hard. Okay, this is one direction. So you see this whole area here, but there's only one direction of line. If you keep drawing like this, sometimes, like I say, one line is closer to the other line and the other line a little bit away from the other line, so that it make it look like it's not smooth, right? When you see that, so this will be lighter, darker, lighter, darker. This will be difficult if you keep drawing like this, and there's no guarantee that it would become the spaces between the line, it will be all exactly the same. That is look smooth, right? You are going to use called cross hatching. Cross hatching is using different angle. When you're drawing like this angle, you draw this angle. And when you look at it, it's look a little bit smoother, like this. And then after this, and you can use another angle, so that over the time, after a few layers, you see that it's very smooth, this surface. Do you see that? It's a little bit smoother. Cross-hatching is a good technique. If you want it to be even more smoother, and you can use the blender. Now this is very easy. Just use the blender. Oh, I don't have a blender. Let's use something that you have. How about a tissue paper or a paper towel? So I'm going to use a small piece of paper towel, very soft. So I'm going to just smooth it. And this area is very smooth. Right? It's a very simple technique, and you can do that with everyone can do that. So how about I'm going to make it turning, control the light and dark area. So right now it looks really flat. It's a whole flat area. If I want to make it darker, I'm going to change to a darker pencil. This pencil is a 3B, which is darker than the B. This is why it's a good idea to get a set of pencil. I'm going to make this look like a turning, like this. Okay, I want to make it look like a curve. If the light coming from this angle, and we see this area lighter, this side a little bit darker. So how can we do that? And we're going to use control the pressure to the pencil. So I'm going to start over here a little bit light, and then press it a little bit darker and darker. Darker and darker and darker and darker, and come back like that, and darker and darker and darker. So if you want to be even darker, now you change the pencil to be a darker pencil. I have a 4B. This is a 4B pencil. I'm going to put it just over here. See that? Much easier. It makes getting a little bit darker now. Now this is good. It looks like over here is turning over, right? How can we make this a little bit lighter? In that case, you would use eraser. I'm going to pick up some graphite. Now it looks like lighter. This is how you control the light and dark. But you may be feeling, oh, this is not smooth. In that case, use a little paper towel. You can circulate moving. So blend the color around. Blend the color around. Now it looks really smooth. So if you're only looking at this area, I'm going to come back with the 3B. This looks like a little flat. I'm going to set a little bit over here. Now it looks like a little bit more rounded. Like that. So if you only look at this area, do you feel like this is like a round object? It's a pipe or something, right? So this is how you make it smooth, by using cross-hatching. Second thing, you would use the paper towel to make it blending. Okay, if you use a blender basically a rolled up paper. Okay, you can use a soft paper to replace the blender. But when you draw something really small, and then you probably use the blender would better than use this paper towel. That's the reason we need this tool. Would help the drawing. The basic drawing process. The first thing, you have to mark the location of the object. That's the first step. The object has a center reflected line. I want you to also put a little center line over here. This will serve as a very good guideline for you to see whether or not the left side and the right side is properly reflected. The second thing, I want you to approximately define how the width relates to the height. That's called proportion. In the following weeks, we're going to talk more about the proportion, how to find different proportion. Roughly 2.5. If we divide this into 2.5, okay, like this, about this much, it's like a 2.5. One of this, it will become the width. So you can put it on the left side over here. See that when you have the center line, it's very easy. Put over here, and the other side is right over here. So now you can see roughly this is the rectangular shape that contains your whole object. I also want to see that you keep those lines on the drawing. Okay, don't erase it. Now at the bottom, make a little curve like that. It give a little soft line like that. And the top over here a little bit narrower. Make it a little bit narrower. Like this would be the top. Just draw a little soft line. Okay, like that, a little like that. Come out a little bit. From here to the bottom, cut it into third. 1, 2, 3. And there's another proportion you need to look for. So this is actually the label starting over here. And this is a little bit wider. Get the idea on the paper before you do line by line. You don't want to skip this part. You need to make sure where and what's the rough proportion before you can start, and little by little. Okay, now I'm gonna looking at the object. I'm gonna looking for this much. Okay, I got it. I leave my pencil over there, and then I'm gonna look for the next portion. That's good. I'm gonna look for the next portion. That's good. Oh, that should be a little higher, a little bit like this, and keep going. That's good. And coming. Now I'm gonna have a straight down. Oh, no, wrong. And straight over here. That's good. Right over here. Now I'm gonna continue on this side. Now you can draw however direction you want to go. I'm gonna looking for the next. Okay, good. Stop. I'm gonna change the direction over here. That's good. Now I'm gonna start making a little curve. Okay. Oh, stop. Okay. Come back. Okay. Keep going. Okay. This is how I draw when I draw slower. But when I draw faster, and then I will be look and draw. If you look at my face, well, you better look at my table now. So I'm gonna keep going. Look and draw. See that? Look and draw. So if I look really fast, you see like I never stop. And actually I stop. I look really fast. So this is the training part. You're gonna make yourself to look really fast and be sure for the next half inch how it go. You can look again, a little bit, come in a little bit, and look again. Okay, that's good. A little again, coming down. Okay. See, every time I pause it. Now over here, now I'm gonna little curve and a little curve. That's good. Now I'm coming over here, checking on the other side too. Only looking for this much. You don't want to try to, like I say, finish the whole line by looking at it once. Okay, keep looking. See that this much that I drew. Okay, here you go. And look again. You have to keep looking. Now it's good. Now coming on this side, this looks like a little bit too high. I'm gonna keep look at the curve. This much curve. It's not that flat, or maybe too much. I'm coming back over here, like that. I think it's connected to on this side. And that's good. Now I'm gonna coming over here. I'm gonna take a look at how curved is. You're looking at the line where it's going, how curved that would be. It's okay. Now coming back over here, let's see how curved is it. And not 1 inch, half inch at a time, connected together. Now, before you know it, the whole drawing will be finished, like that. And then the label. Now I'm gonna look at how curved that line is. Okay, like that. That's good, right? Now I come back to do adjustment. It looks like this can come out a little bit, like that. Oh, this is fine. I'm gonna have this a little bit lower and do a little bit adjustment, change it. Okay, like that. And have a little seam coming down like this. Look at that. Look again. Look again. Look again. Every time when I say look again, actually I'm looking. Okay, I'm not lying to you. So after that, and you can totally finish this drawing. I'm gonna show you how to finish it. So I'm gonna make the whole thing a little bit darker, because the background a little bit darker. So the whole label a little bit darker, like that. Well, for this week, you don't have to make it shading, but if you want to have fun, want to do something extra, you can look for this. So now looking at over here, there's a little bit, should become out a little bit curved, like that. That's good. Now over here, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker, like that. Here you go, a little bit darker, like that, on the side of this. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a little paper towel. I'm gonna blend it a little bit, make it a little bit smoother, right? Yes, it's very easy, like that. And the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the eraser to create the illusion of the plastic. Now I'm gonna coming over here. I think the top over here need to be a little bit lighter. You see that? One eraser. Now I'm gonna keep stretching. I'm gonna take a look at over here. There's a two light, because I have two soft light. Each side has one, so I have some reflected. Now I'm gonna coming over here. I'm gonna see some lighting over here, a little spot over here, and use the eraser. I'm gonna put it over here, and also keep a couple soft line over here, a little light coming down. You see that? Now it's look like a translucent object. When you have more time, I'm gonna make this a little bit darker because it's blue color. A little by little, you can make an object look realistic.